Hi, my name is Jared Bailey, and this will be my ideal client screencast for ENT 645. This is for my company, R&B Hauling and Trucking. And just to give you a little background, we're going to give you a little bit of history of who we are. All right, so we are a small fleet of dump trucks owned and managed by myself, Jared, and my wife, Caitlin Bailey. We are based out of Denver, North Carolina. Yes, the little small town, Denver, North Carolina, not to be confused with Denver, Colorado. And we will be servicing along the East Coast, North Carolina, South Carolina, Virginia, and some of Georgia are our main focuses. But we also be available for local use as well. We'll haul sand, dirt, asphalt, debris, gravel, you name it, we'll haul it. And that's to stay true to being versatile in in our services. Another quick thing, just to give you a little bit more intel on where the name comes from. So the R&B is for both family names, Robinson and Bailey. My wife's maiden name is Robinson, and Bailey, of course, is our last name now. I really wanted to keep it within the family. This is something I've always dreamed of, is owning a family-owned business and being supported by my family. So our name will reflect that and always be carried out as such. So it's something I've always, try to keep dear to me and always kept in the back of my kept as a focus to make sure that my family is represented well and within my business, also through the name. So there you have it, R&B hauling and trucking. So let's get into ideal clients. So in our ideal clients, we're looking at the geographics, the demographics, psychographics, and behavioral graphics of our ideal clients, and I'll break down each one. That ours is a little different. We'll be servicing state projects as well as local. So I try to give a demonstration of both in each category. So let's get into the presentation. So again, as I mentioned in the introduction, we'll be servicing along the East Coast, mainly Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina, and Georgia. Um, and we will put in bids or earn bids for the state projects, whether it be highway renovations or revamping, um, and also other construction projects, putting in shopping malls or big state projects, whether it be construction, a bunch of construction sites or certain mileage on the highway that they do need reconstruction. And also be available to our local customers within North Carolina, South Carolina, and Virginia. If a person needs their trees, they have a tree that fell down and they've chopped it up but needed to be hauled out in a large quantity, instead of hauling it little by little bit. We'll have our trucks accessible to where they can haul those things out. We can haul it out for them and get rid of the waste. So again, that's something that we also look forward to, and also if they have a project they want to pave their driveway and don't have anything to haul the asphalt or the gravel necessary or anything like that, we'll also have our services available for them as well. So the demographics that we're looking at, and like I said, it's a little different with looking at the state contracts and things of that nature. State departments of transportation are responsible for construction and maintaining and expanding state highways, and also government agencies that they're a government agency that uses annual budgets to do these projects. So just to give you just a rundown, just a little bit of research I did on the departments of transportation. The Virginia Department of Transportation annual budget this past year was $5.35 billion to reconstruct highway projects. So that's a lot of money going out, a lot of money available. North Carolina with 4.8 billion, South Carolina 2.1, and Georgia 3.65 billion dollars. So it's a lot of money that the state can put towards the highway and road reconstruction, and they'll be making bids available for contracts, um, like companies myself, in order to get these projects done. So that's more or less a demographic for the state departments of transportation. And just give you a little bit of demographic on local residents. So Denver, North Carolina, local homeowners would to look to do home improvement projects, like I mentioned, clearing debris, clearing trees, or expanding on their driveways and things of that nature. They typically are from the ages 34 to 54, in that range, and for Denver, North Carolina, that makes up 22% of the population. It is a very wealthy town. Very, very wealthy. We are actually out here at a man-made lake, Lake Norman, which has become very popular nowadays. You see a lot of people from the bigger cities of like Charlotte start to migrate down this way for either retirement or slow down or start to raise their families. It's a great place to raise families. A lot of great schools, sports teams. We have a few great sports teams. I'm honored to be helping coach as well over at East Lincoln High School. Shout out to my Mustangs. But this is the makeup of Denver mostly, and this it's constantly growing, so people are constantly looking to do different things and different projects. So we'll be available for them as well. Now the behavioral graphics, just to give you a couple trends that I've also looked up on various websites, I did some research on. So for the Virginia Department of Transportation, they recently did some express lanes in Hampton, Virginia, which is another project that I'll be interested in and helping with, or getting that contract, due to how many miles they want to cover or whatnot. Have dump trucks available to haul asphalt or whatever it may be. Same thing with North Carolina Department of Transportation. They had a I-40, I-44 rebuild project recently, and also South Carolina. They did the Carolina Crossroads project this past year, and or they're still currently doing. So these projects will keen my interest as a business owner or as an owner. These are projects that I would want to be a part of, due to the fact that they could last anywhere from a couple weeks to months, maybe even years, depending on the need. So something definitely keep an eye on, and just again to look at the local homeowners, neighbors expanding their backyards. I know something I'm trying to do personally. I'm knocking down trees and things of that nature. So it's also available to. It's good to have a dump truck or anything like that available in order to get rid of all that debris at one time instead of making multiple trips with a pickup truck. Um, so, and also if people are looking to add gravel to the driveways and asphalt and paving it, will be available to help that with that as well. And to dive into the psychographics, I looked up a definition from Webster.com. Market research or statistics classifying population groups according to psychological values such as attitudes, values, or fears. And that's again reverting back to the information that we've been sharing with throughout this presentation. Just looking at what is needed, what is the values of the state Department of Transportation, quality roads for people to drive along. They are also looking for efficient ways of travel, and it's gonna take my services and other company services in order to make that happen. So that's their values is I think their values are more or less for the pedestrian or for the civilians that will be utilizing the road. And also the same with our local people. They value their properties. They want a better driveway, better outlook on their home, or renovations and things of that nature. And that's the things that will be driving them in making their decisions to purchase my services, and also for my company to come and help them. So here are my references, the websites that I've used for this project. And I want to thank you for your time, for watching and listening to my screencast. And I hope you enjoyed and have a great day.